We're recording and we're going to go live. Oh, no thanks. So, I believe we're good. Cool. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and do something really fun today. We're going to go ahead and basically do a breakdown of the Ray-Ban Stories landing page. So I noticed this, and nobody really ever pays attention to the right column, right? But I noticed Ray-Ban Stories, and I've been interested in this product because it's basically smart glasses, and it's Facebook's attempt at doing what Google failed to do. And in my opinion, it was smart to take the IP or the intellectual property of Ray-Bans and then partner with, I guess Meta, whatever. Whereas Google had Google, but they didn't have anything to, they didn't have a built-in audience like people with Ray-Bans do. And so basically, I am going to go ahead and do a breakdown of this landing page because it's super fascinating from a design perspective, from a sales psychology perspective, and yeah, that's basically what we're doing here. So Ray-Ban Stories. So what's really interesting too is the scrolling as well. So I'm going to explain as I scrolled. So here's the promo video. Of course, I could. Where's my mouse? I could go ahead and turn it on. I'm going to go ahead and this is the full commercial. This is the full. Oh, it scrolled for me. So this is the full commercial, basically. The promo thing when it originally came out. Now, what's cool is you'll notice that it's, first of all, it scrolls left to right, not top to bottom. So there's that interesting just interaction piece. They talk about, you'll see how here, there's the preview of what you're going to see. It's basically like a landing page, and of course these jump to the different points in this interaction too. And then of course they have just a very minimal header up here for the because who knows how people are going to get to this page. And then of course we have a call to action consistently in the bottom for when people are ready. So this is all just before you even scroll. And you'll even recall after the video stopped or paused, it automatically scrolled for me. So this kind of framework works across the whole thing. So I'm going to go, I'm going to scroll the mouse wheel very slowly, as you can see, and it kind of nudges it in here. And this is, and I'm doing it slowly because the interaction changes as you progress throughout the rest of the page here. So, okay, so here's the full thing. So it's got, of course, the hero shot of the product. It's got the name of it. Of course, the branding is here, whatever their headline is, and then a little bit of box copy, a little description, right? Notice that we still have the same headline. I'm sorry, the same nav and whatnot the entire time. And because it's slightly transparent, it blends with the with every single frame on this. So I am scrolling slowly. So you see how as I scrolled, it kind of activated this loop. And then as I scroll a little further, so this is the full, there you go. And it's really cool. So now you can see we're still in the intro. We're still in the intro section here. But now we're talking about capture. So the next section is, of course, going to be the camera. So I'm going to scroll slightly. And you can see as the animation scrolls in, it's really cool. So now this is basically the hero shot of the camera. So you can see they're highlighting in red, obviously, pointing out, hey, here's what we're talking about. And then here's basically the headline and the benefit, if you will, of what they're talking about. In fact, these are two benefit statements. Capture the world as you see it. It says nothing about the fact there's a camera in these, and take photos and videos hands-free and stay immersed in the moment. That is the I don't think I hear my doorbell ring, but I'm just losing my mind here. So we're introducing the camera. So, oh, I clicked. So as you scroll, this happens. and then you continue to scroll. So it's very interesting. They're visually creating transitions between the different parts of the sales page, really. Uh, so breaking it up, very scroll stopping, and then okay, here we are. So now real close up on it, and as you scroll, you'll notice that the specific features start to show up. But they're not just features, there's benefits. Dual 5-megapixel camera, the feature, gives you your content new depth and dimension. Takes high resolution photos and quality video. I guess that's just kind of a feature itself, but camera automatically adjusts to light around you for higher quality captures. So if anything, take high resolutions and quality video um, for world-class content or something like that. There's an opportunity there. So I'm going to keep scrolling here. Oh, and an external facing to others when you're signals to others when you're taking photo or video. And of course, privacy is a big deal. That's my opinion why the Google Glass kind of pooped out. So the privacy issue. So that's another thing too. Partnering with Ray-Ban, we're already used to people walking around in Ray-Bans. So Ray-Ban with the little light is less obtrusive than what Google Glass was, which was very like futuristic and cyberpunky. So we're going to keep scrolling here. Again, I'm scrolling very slowly. And again, look how they use parallax. The words are scrolling, never break your rhythm. Okay, so now we're getting into the touch control section. So this could have been done as a sales page all the way down, but it's very interesting how they just made it this really long kind of infinite scrolling left and right. The other thing too that I noticed not the first time, but the second time around is you can select your style. So I wonder if I change this, it's absolutely going to give me that's genius, because we have to visualize ourselves using it as the consumer when you're selling to create that desire. So the fact that, and personally I would do the Wayfarers, so we'll keep with this one. But this is interesting. It's showing the touch interaction without any words. It's very visual. So the circle is obviously us tapping. So it's training us to say, okay, well, you tap once to play, you double tap it to forward, and then you can whoop. So, and surely there are other interactions, but this is the this is what it's doing. And again, never break your rhythm, pause your song, take a photo with a single touch. So again, these are real hardcore benefits. And again, I'll bet these were pretty heavily researched as far as the language for this. So let's keep scrolling. So never miss a moment, turn up the volume. So yep, they're again reinforcing the interaction if you didn't get it right away. We keep scrolling, and then we have a shot from the commercial. Actually, the original one, I remember this because I'm a skateboarder, and it's a real nice no comply. He's doing on a longboard there. So, and he's just like doot, doot, and showing the interactions. It's really cool. So really reinforcing that touch control feature. And we keep scrolling to audio. So now there's again real pattern interrupt here, real scroll stopping, keeping our attention. It wants to take us to the end. So in fact, I haven't gone to the last creator section yet because I had the idea to do this video. So we're gonna go ahead and keep scrolling here. So let's go ahead and see. So for audio, again, benefits, stay tapped into your environment. That's a really interesting way to frame it. And again, they've got some wonderful visuals. They're showing where the feature exists on the phone. As we continue to scroll through the audio section, that same kind of interaction where it zooms into a bigger version of this rendering. And then same thing, we're going over features. So it's basically a standard sales letter if you're looking at the structure of it, really. The only thing that we're missing is the credibility and the establishing of authority. But in this case, everybody knows Ray-Ban and everybody knows Facebook, so they can kind of step over that. And again, it's showing the interaction here. She's doing something, taking a photo, I guess. I would do something like where and you like pause the frame to show she took a photo of that. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving on here like a nerd. Let's this was a really, really cool rendering to me because it shows how there's 3 speakers in here, and 3 microphones rather, and that's actually, I have a degree in electrical engineering, so I can really appreciate how that's going to get really good audio quality as well as helping it to cancel out background noise in the call quality. And so they've, of course, when clear communication counts, surround sound capture is really what they're doing. It's very cool. And then same thing, they zoom in. Here's the features again. Capture sound in all directions. Again, these are the benefits. Make recordings clear. And now we use this same parallax transition, this scroll stopping thing, to talk about the hands-free bit. So we have another product demonstration here. Now, of course, this is on mute. Maybe we can hear the gentleman speaking.
Hey Facebook, start video.
Yeah, so they're actually demonstrating it, and of course everybody loves dogs. That's just, dogs and babies are tested to get really good at engagement and click through. So spend more time looking up instead of down at your phone. That's definitely a pain point for people with phones. Absolutely. I'm going to keep scrolling here, and then this is interesting. They're actually training you on how to use this. So they're kind of assuming a sale, and they're like, hey, you're going to go ahead and use this, so here's how to do it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this type of interaction is already available on the Facebook app, or a Facebook Assistant is a thing already. So that, as I keep scrolling, is really it for voice control. Very, very simple. And so now we actually get to what the Ray-Ban fan actually cares about, the colors and the styles. And what's interesting about this is the first time we get a secondary call to action button. So if people haven't clicked on Shop Now by this point in the landing page, then they're not necessarily that hot technology target audience. So this is the perfect time to now bring in, for the sunglass fan, which we know Ray-Ban has those, all the different color combinations here. So if you click on Discover Styles, this actually takes you to their shop, and you can now begin shopping and see the different colors and things like that. So if you keep scrolling, as you scroll, it gives a different color. And of course, it changes with the background, which is super cool. Again, really neat interaction here, because again, this is all based on scrolling. In fact, I'm a little confounded at how this is done. I'm sure it's some kind of package for 3D rendering, but or at least controlling a 3D model. And then of course we get to, again, features and benefits right here. So the colors and the lenses, again, the things that the sunglass fan or the high-end sunglass user is going to care about. And again, these all high-quality, world-class animations. Of course, we wouldn't expect anything else. And then we keep going, get another pattern interrupt here. So for staying plugged in. Now it's interesting, this almost takes on 2 meanings, because the whole idea of this is connecting and being able to share and things like that. So as far as staying plugged in, and as you scroll, it does this. Yeah, that was a really neat scroll. Now we get to the charging case, of course, which makes sense. And now it kind of explains what they mean by stay plugged in, being clear about the context here. And then charger frames on the go, that's the benefit there. And same thing, when you scroll, it zooms in a little more, gives you the specific features of it. Again, USB charging cable included. That is just a feature. You could totally turn that into a benefit for immediate use, something like that. And then as we continue to scroll, now we get to the social element, the exciting piece. So, and this is just a looping, again, really high quality rendering, which is super cool. We can share our stories. So now we're at the Facebook view. You can see we're basically almost at the very end, and I haven't looked at the creator's piece yet because I got distracted into the app. But basically, it's showing the general UI and how you're going to be able to create content. You can see there's a lot of similar interactions that we're used to seeing from the stories, as far as adjustments, enhancements, trimmings. Looks like there's some filtering and probably some audio options there. And as we scroll, This is interesting. It's your smart glasses operating system. So the app is what's kind of controlling the glasses, which I think is super interesting, very fascinating. And of course, the content sharing companion. And then it has that assistant functionality as well. So enhance your social storytelling. So, I mean, the product is called Stories. It's genius that they call it Stories because there's the Facebook product of Stories. Um, and I think at this point, if you keep scrolling, this is where yeah, this is exactly where I kind of started this, fired up this live basically. So all the things you can do. And so I scanned this QR code. So let's actually go ahead and see what that looks like here. So here I am on my phone, right over here. And I just installed it. I literally haven't even opened it yet. So let's go ahead and open it. And I will continue as me. Neat, good. Signing in. Let's get your glasses. So I don't actually have the glasses, so I will probably be able to do nothing other than, yeah. Okay, so almost like the Oculus. I don't know if you've ever played with the Oculus, the VR headset that Facebook has, and it's very similar. When you first install the stuff, it forces you to do this. So what's interesting is the farthest we can get is seeing a little more of the product. You can see the on-off switch is going to be behind the left hinge, which is super interesting. And then of course there is a status light, which is very discreet. It's right next to the right next to the um, right next to the face. If I hit next, it's obviously not going to show up. What if I say no white LED? Help me with some troubleshooting, Facebook. What have you learned? Okay, so it's basically saying charge your glasses. If it maybe out of battery, um, you may have to remove the protective tab just in case. Let it charge for at least 10 to 15, so there's at least enough juice in it, which is interesting. And then if you close this, it takes you back. So it's a very simple app for right now, at least until you can install, get the glasses going. And then if you go to get support, what does this do? This just takes you to, okay, so Ray-Ban support. Okay, so super, super interesting. So I definitely want to go ahead and get a pair of these at some point, and I'll definitely do some kind of a unboxing of the app type thing. Sorry, I was making sure the frame is over here. So let's go look at this creator section because I haven't looked at this yet. I thought there would be more to the app, but that's okay. So scrolling to creators. And okay, these are not, oh, these are clickables. Okay. So we can see examples. Okay, so look, carousel of different things. That's what I think is personally going to be interesting about this product is these kinds of first-person view things. Because every once in a while, I'll see something that's neat, and I'm like, ooh, and I try to get the camera out, and it just kind of misses the exact angle and all that jazz. Where I can just be like, oh, I'm looking at this dink, and it'll land. And then of course the two-handedness of it too. There's definitely certain things that you need two hands to do, or like skateboarding. I definitely want to thrash a little bit on those. So okay, let's keep scrolling through to the creators. And then there you go. Basically, now there's your call to action. Um, you can experience it in store, which is cool. So now we're starting to sell. So if I'm not ready to buy right now, this is where we really start to get in the sales psychology of it. So this is cool that we're doing this live. So this is pointing to, I guess, the one version with the sunglasses, and then the ones with the clear lenses here. I'm assuming that's what they're going to take us to. And yep, there you go. There's the clear ones, and then this is going to take me to the ones. Of course, it's all basically the same. So that takes us out of the landing page to the sales page, and then now your cookie, they're going to follow up with you, all that kind of stuff. Let's also see this finding a store. This is most likely going to be a store locator. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know what, we'll see what's here. If anything, can you like book an appointment or something like that? Because if you can't, yeah, select stores with an appointment booking. So what's interesting is, we're not going to go ahead and go through that. This is an opportunity here because this is a very specific landing page. It's a new product. I would, because we're offering advice here, I guess. I would actually have that to a dedicated landing page to book a stories appointment. And there's some way to do it under the hood, back end, some Zapier-ish kind of thing that you use at an enterprise level. And then discover round. What is this? Okay, and this is just taking you further into the. Uh, oh, it just takes you back to the beginning. Okay, super interesting. Oh, it takes you to the beginning, but with the next style. So I bet Meteor under the Creators tab will take us to the Wayfarer style. Yeet. Okay. And then Shop Now. So, and then we have FAQs. What does this take us to? Yeah, it takes us to a new site. So, okay. Um, hopefully that was moderately interesting to those who watched as far as this breakdown. There's a lot going on in this. And just for the average person, if you're scrolling, we're just, let's go do. All right, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. It's impressive if you go through it at the regular speed. Like that animation's cool. The idea of it starting off with the product and then zooming in as you get closer, and then injecting a video, kind of doing that pattern interrupt a little bit, uh, and then we get to the audio. Yeah. Anyway, we've seen this. That's basically the live and what I'm seeing here. So if you thought this was cool, let me know. Feel free to go ahead and ask any questions. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.